Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis and today we're doing another summer book haul. So I posted a summer book haul like a few weeks ago, but honestly I've just accumulated so many books that I have to do another one. They're like slightly off camera, but there's like 20 books that I'm going to be talking to you guys about today. Also, I'm so sorry for like squinting. It's not good lighting inside, it's good lighting out here, but because of that it's like burning my eyeballs just a little bit. Anyways, welcome to my book haul. So the first book that I'm hauling today is The Breakup Tour by Emily Wibberley and Austin Siegemund Broca. And y'all, I cannot believe I'm holding this. It is such an honor to be holding this today. So if you don't know, The Breakup Tour by Emily Wibberley and Austin Siegemund Broca, it's coming out in January of 2024, and it is a Taylor Swift inspired rom-com where our main character Riley is a singer-songwriter, and she wrote an album about this dude she was with, and they're on tour together because he is a member of her band. So it is a Taylor Swift inspired second chance romance, and this book is just, I'm so excited to read this. Emily and Austin are like longtime favorite authors of mine, so that alone makes me so excited, but the premise of this one just sounds phenomenal. Emily and Austin were kind enough to reach out to me on Instagram and ask if I wanted a copy, so just like, thank you so much, Emily and Austin. I have been a fan of them since their literal very first book so long ago, so it just means like the world to me to have like author friendships with them, and I cannot wait to read this. I do think it will be the next book that I pick up. The next book that I'm hauling is Our Scorching Summer by Kells and Denise Stone. You might have seen me talk about on my channel that I did read and really enjoy their first book in this series, the Perks and Benefits series, so obviously I had to go ahead and get myself a copy of the second book. Honestly, my mental health has just been like really rough lately, so I've been buying a lot of books to kind of like make myself feel better, and this was definitely one of them. Our Scorching Summer, it is a very recently published book. It is a friends with benefits situation. The main female character is the roommate of the first book's female main character, and then this guy is the brother of the other book's main male character. So I'm really excited to read this. It is just like, it's a spicy best friends to lovers. Nope. It is a spicy friends with benefits to lovers sort of situation. It is a low-key chunky book. I do believe there's travel in it. Low-key, all their TikToks promoting this book just cracked me up, and after I liked the first book so much, I was just like, I gotta get my hands on this one, and I'm so excited to read this. I think I'm gonna save it for when I go on vacation in about a month, because like this just looks like the perfect summery vacation read. Next, I have Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. So this is Stephanie Archer's new book series called the Vancouver Storm series, and I'm not gonna lie, I've actually not read anything by this author before, but her books are all on my TBR, and when I saw she was coming out with a hockey romance, I was like, I have to have that. I've just been craving a hockey romance after Icebreaker, because Icebreaker was one of my favorite books last year, and this book, just first of all, the cover is so cute, but it just sounded really good. It's about Jamie and Pippa. Jamie is the hockey player. He has like a no dating rule, and then Pippa is working for him. So there's like a forced proximity sort of vibe, and I'm really, really excited to read this because like it looks so cute, and I also just like, I cannot get over this cover. Like, look at that. I can't wait. So the next two books I'm gonna like haul together, and that is The Summer I Turned Pretty, and then It's Not Summer Without You. These are the movie or TV show tie-in editions. I'm not gonna lie, I have been wanting these forever. I know some people don't like the tie-in editions, but I personally just feel like these are so vibey and I love them. And then I went to Costco and they were selling them for $15 for both books, so I was like, purchased, bought, mine. I love the show so much, and these books are just so nostalgic for me because I read them when I was like literally 13 years old, so I'm really excited to own these new pretty editions. I just love them. I also love how colorful their spines are. I think they're so gorgeous. And Team Conrad, by the way, Team freaking Conrad. I might reread these sometime soon, but I'm just really excited to own the really pretty tie-in editions on my shelves now. Next, I have The Predictable Heartbreaks of Imogen Finch. I actually don't know a lot about this one off the top of my head because I won this on a giveaway on Instagram, and in it, because it was a giveaway copy, there's like this little doodle in the middle that I don't know what it means now, but it says see page 156. So I'm excited to like read it and find out what this means. But the back of the book says it's a beautiful story of friendship and second chances at love. This book comes out in October of this year. I'm really excited to try this as a new to me author. I haven't heard a lot about this online, and sometimes I find it so fun to like read books and not know a lot about it going in, and like not having heard all the buzz online. So I'm really excited to read this, and thank you so much to the author for the giveaway and for sending me this copy. I'm really excited to read it. Next book I have is Sammy Espinoza. Espinoza? I don't feel like I'm awake enough right now. Sammy Espinoza's last review. This book was sent to me by, I think it was The next book I have is Sammy Espionza's Last Review. This book was so kindly sent to me by Penguin Random House, and I'm really excited to read it. It is a second chance, it's a second chance romance featuring, I think, musicians, and it is an LGBT novel. It says on the back that Sammy's life is a raging dumpster fire. Her desperate attempt to win back her singer ex-girlfriend has landed her in hot water at work, and she has one last chance before her editor cuts her column. Luckily, she has a plan to redeem herself, but it won't be easy. It sounds like it's going to be a second chance romance between two characters, a columnist and a musician, and I'm really excited to read this. It sounds so good, and I think if it's not out already, that it's coming out very, very soon. Thank you so much, Penguin Random House, for sending me a copy of this book. Look what I finally have! The Summer of Broken Rules. I have literally almost picked this book up like a dozen times now, but then when Amazon had their Prime Day sales, this book was literally $6, so I was like, I don't have an excuse to not buy it anymore, so I just did it. This book is from Sourcebooks Fire. It came out, I think, like a year or so ago, and it is a... Okay, I don't know if this is adult or young adult, because I was under the impression that this was adult romance, but I kept hearing people say it was young adult, but regardless, it's about our main character, Meredith, who is at a annual family vacation, and essentially it's like they're playing this massive game of assassin, and that's like the premise of it, and she forms an alliance with someone who's in the wedding party because there's also a wedding happening at the same time, and I know that it's very Taylor Swift coded from what I've heard, so I'm like very excited to read this, and it just sounds so cute and summery, and like I mentioned earlier, I'm going on like a beach vacation in like a month, and I've been like trying to plot my TBR, and this is definitely one of the books that is going to be going with me on that vacation. Also, I love when books have like this very specific texture, but it's like a very soft book. Like it has like a really nice feeling, and I don't know if that's like a weird thing to notice or if anyone else has noticed that about this book, but like it feels very nice to hold. And then also from that author, I actually went ahead and picked up What Happens After Midnight. So this book like just came out, and I was having a rough day, so I decided to go book shopping, as one does, and I got there, and this book had already been on my radar, and they had literally one single copy left, so I thought it was a sign, so I bought it. This is a 24-hour YA romance where essentially the main character has 1 week until she is like graduating, and she ends up being part of like their senior prank. So it's like a 24-hour second chance romance where she and her ex-boyfriend are setting up the senior prank scavenger hunt all throughout campus. This book sounds really cute, and I've heard a lot of like honestly mixed things. Like I feel like people either really love it or really hate it, just from like the Goodreads reviews I have been reading, but I thought that this one seemed really fun, and honestly I love the cover, and I have heard that this one is also as equally Taylor Swift coded as the other book, which makes me even more excited to pick it up. Like the longer this video is going on, the more obvious it's becoming that I haven't had any coffee yet today, because I feel like a wreck. Anyways, if y'all don't already know, I recently read my very first book from Miss Allie Hazelwood. I read Check and Mate, which is coming out sometime this year from Penguin Random House. So after that, because I really liked it, I went out and I bought Love Theoretically. I know I'm very late to the Allie Hazelwood game. This will actually be my second book I've read from her. I haven't read any of her adult romances, but I saw this at Costco, and it was literally, if you can see that, $10.50, and I was like, that is like beyond reasonable for a romance book, so I decided to buy it. This is again another Allie Hazelwood classic STEM romance, and it's about our main character Elsie, and from what I have heard, it sounds like Elsie fake dates the male main character's brother. I don't know, I'm excited. I really enjoyed Check and Mate like a lot more than I thought I was going to, and I was like, you know what, everyone says that Allie Hazelwood is like amazing and that her books are just like phenomenal, so I was like, you know, I want to get in on the hype. And also low-key, the cover like of this one is just so pretty. Orange and pink are my favorite colors, so I just kind of like gravitated toward this one, and since it literally just came out, it was everywhere, so it was kind of inevitable that I bought a copy. Alright, I have 4 more books in the pile. The next one is Give Me a Sign by Anna Sortino. So this book was kindly sent to me by Penguin Teen. Thank you so much, Penguin Teen. First of all, this cover is a beautiful cover. Like, the soft greens, just all of it. All of it. If you haven't heard about this book, it's about our main character, Lila, and she has hearing loss. She really struggles with her identity, feeling like she is not deaf enough to be considered deaf. But this summer, she's going to become a camp counselor for the deaf and blind. So this book talks a lot about what it means to be hard of hearing, what it means to be deaf, and it takes place at a summer camp. I am so excited to read this book, and it's also just, like, look at it. This book is one that I've had on my TBR for a bit, because they also sent me an e-arc of it, but I'm just, like, so painfully behind on my e-arcs that it is kind of embarrassing. So I was really excited when they offered to send me a finished copy, because I do largely prefer to read physically over reading on my Kindle. So thank you so much, Penguin. I am really excited to get to this one this summer. The next book I have is Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. So last fall, I think, my parents and I actually listened to The Bodyguard by Catherine Center on audiobook while we did a 14-hour road trip, and I really enjoyed it. So when S&P, I think, offered to send me a copy of this, I was like, yes, please, oh my gosh. So pretty much all I know about this book is that the main character actually suffers from facial blindness, which I just thought was interesting because I've literally never heard of a book or read a book with that concept before. And after enjoying The Bodyguard so much and then hearing that concept, I was like, yes, please. That sounds so good. They also sent me in the book like this little cute mailer thing for S&P romance. It's like fall in love one page at a time. And I low-key was like, what if I framed this? Like, that's cute. Aside from like this book just being about facial blindness, it's about our main character Sadie. You know, she's doing amazing, and then she is lying in a hospital bed. All of a sudden, it's like she has a probably temporary facial blindness condition. And she's really struggling to cope as she's an artist, and she's working through just a lot in her life at this moment. But I'm excited to read this. I think Catherine Center is a new to me, promising author, and I'm really hoping to love this one just as much as I love The Bodyguard. Now that we're getting down to the final few, the next book I have is In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife. So I did buy this one also when Amazon Prime Day had their sale, but this book has been on my TBR for so long, it's kind of insane. I added this to my TBR after I saw Riley Marie read this, like, honestly, probably like a year or two ago at this point, and it just sounded so good. It is an adult, like, thriller mystery moment. Essentially, our main characters are all meeting up at their, like, 10-year graduation reunion after college, and in the past, one of their friends, like, got murdered, and at this reunion, things are, like, coming to light. The pitch line just says, 6 friends, 1 college reunion, 1 unsolved murder. This book sounds so good, and I've been patiently wanting to read it for so long, and when I saw that it was literally on sale for $6, I was like, I need to add this to my collection, because I know that the next time I'm like in a spooky mystery thriller mood, this is going to be the book I pick up. I cannot wait to go drink coffee after this. Sometimes I just forget that I'm not a real person until after I've had coffee, and I'm just speaking, I'm just like, what am I even saying? But the last book I have, the very final book of this haul, is Curious Tides. This was very kindly sent to me by Mick Elderberry. And y'all, this book is chonky. It comes out October this year, and I think this is going to be like a very perfect fall sort of read. It is a young adult fantasy from my understanding, and it takes place at a magic college. All the different characters have like different powers and things, and I know that it very much revolves around the moon and the moon cycle, and it also seems like there is a mystery element to it as well. This book not only is gorgeous, but it just sounds so good, and I don't read a lot of fantasy anymore. Honestly, I'm much more of a romance girl, but when I crave a fantasy, I just know that this is going to be the perfect, like, cozy, fall, sipping pumpkin spice latte sort of vibe fantasy. If you're still here, thank you so much, because I don't even feel like I'm a real human anymore. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, so if you've, like, made it to the end of the video, you're a real one, and thank you. I hope you enjoyed the haul. If there are any of these books that you want to read, or you have already, you want to talk about them, don't forget to comment about down below, or you can message me on Instagram. Here's my handle as per usual. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you want to hang out with me more. I upload videos every single Monday, and I promise most of them are not with me being so tired and sleep deprived. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing amazing, and I will see you next week. Bye!